Hello everyone, this is Scott JUA from Crucible Custom Props, Norfolk's Lab, and all the forms here. Today is a sort of sad day. This is the very first DL44 I did. This is the MGC. This is my personal MGC. And it's gone through many redos and things like that. But it's a sad day because I'm selling it to move it on to somebody else. Maybe when the Mauser project comes to fruition, I'll do another prop with electronics in it. But this was also the first and only MGC for a long time to have electronics in it in the world, as far as I know. I don't know if anybody else has done it, but I know I've only done this one and one other. Maybe two others, I can't remember. Maybe if you followed my videos, you might remember better than I did. But in any case, this was the very first one that I ever put electronics in. So this one has a Blaster Core 4.0 in it. No consideration for an auxiliary button, mainly because I didn't want to crap it up with an external button or anything like that, and wanted to keep it looking like a static prop, as accurate as possible, and really only need the Han Solo sound font. So it's set on the Han Solo sound font, and that's all it does pretty much. There's no provision for a light in the barrel because MGCs have a hardened steel rod down there, and it's very hard to drill through, hard to impossible to drill through. So yeah, that doesn't have that. So I'm selling this for somebody, a client who's been doing work with me for a while. The only thing that's changed is instead of my real scope, a replica scope, but it's the best replica there is. This is the Todd's replica, and this is the one that was updated to have the correct font and everything. It's got. Well, let me see if I can get you guys to see. It's actually got crosshairs, and the only thing is, these are not, to make them optically focus and everything, they would cost a lot more than they do. So it has glass lenses, it has all the lenses in it, but they don't really focus, so you can't use them as a real scope. But otherwise, it has everything else that you would want in a replica. It's now, one thing I did redo just recently is I took it back down and painted the bottom like it's supposed to be, because mine was just blued and it looked really terrible after the years of sitting around and being handled. And I also did this a couple years ago with my stencil set. I redid the weathering here with my stencil set, so that's accurate. This has a very early Dark Energy Creations steel parts. So this is all the CNC stuff. This is from the very first run. So it was mega expensive and a rare at the time. It does have a steel bull barrel, which I milled the correct chamfer angles in, as opposed to the ones that came on the run, and everything else are usually a shallower angle. So I milled in the correct angles and also put the tiny little mill angle on there on both sides there. And yesterday I also added the stamping, the serial number stamping. That's something I've been doing for customer pieces for a while, but haven't done it on my own until now. So, and I also polished all the parts that should be bright like a real Mauser. I milled down the top of the bolt so it doesn't have that cast line in it anymore. Now, I was one of the people who did originally, before I knew any better, I drilled a hole for the mystery disc. So I went ahead and filled that, and now it just has a painted dot like it should. So pretty straightforward, but this is it. It still functions, has all the function. You can see that pretty milled bolt of a Mauser. Safety works. Everything works. And the blaster core access is right here through the mag plate. Whoops. It's hard to do around the camera. So here Your kill key is right here.
Okie religions and ancient weapons are no match for a good blaster at your side, kid.
You just pop that back on. And let me go around the camera here. Sound vents from the stock strap.
Sorry about the mess. Sorry about the mess.
Has 4 different sayings. That's random. Should be Chewy, get us out of here. Yeah. So anyway, you can fire it with the hammer back and pull a little harder to release the hammer. You can have the safety on. It'll fire. You can have the hammer on with the safety on. It'll fire. So you can play with it in any way you want. But yeah, this is my baby for a long time, and it's going to a new home. The other thing I did was, these are real Tom Tit cylinder push rods here. And I think this is a Geno piece of T-track. I think. Anyway, I put magnets on it. And because this is a steel bull barrel, so it can just... This is the same type I use for my live fire builds. So it can come on and off, but... That's it, guys. My first blaster I ever made is an MGC, and now it's super accurate, and I really hate to let it go, but I do have the live fire one. So there's not much point in having 2, but this one, the live fire sits in a safe all the time, and this one can sit on my desk. But maybe I'll do another one. So that's it. Thanks for watching.